Okay, well, this is new to me. Apparently, Ben Garrison has blocked me on Twitter. Interesting. So I guess I'll open in incognito mode. I don't even think I've ever tweeted anything at him, but okay. This is Australia. Don't be Australia. Pouch prisons in the land down under the tyranny boot. And then we have, yeah, that's good. I like that. You know what I like most about this? I feel like he knew that this was an insipid idea, and that's why it looks like shit. Because he's actually quite competent at drawing. If you take a look at some of the comics that he's clearly like invested in drawing, he's actually quite competent. You know, if stupidly interested in labeling everything. But I like the blue Nazi armband. It's very subtle. See, Ben Garrison does comics on commission. I'm guessing here that some kind of furry was like, here, this will be fun, you know? Do you guys know that screenshot where it's somebody tweets out like, "Hey, one of our own is missing," and it's about a furry, like a prominent member of the furry community, like having gone missing, like the person is missing, and there's a reply saying like, "I haven't seen him burp, rubs tummy," and it's like a picture of a vore, like like they're role playing it. Let me see if I can find that. It's the funniest thing in the universe. Hold on. Uh, desperately funny. Okay, wait, hold on. I think I may have. Yes. Oh my god, it's funny. There we go. Hey, every fur, I'm putting an all points bulletin on one of our own has gone missing. The roommate's looking for help in finding him. His real name is Paul Christopher Bayer, last seen in Rialto, California. And then down here, haven't seen him. Has large, full tummy with something squirming inside. This is this is the most socially aware vore enjoyer, okay? This person is actually a king in the vore community for their relative understanding of social grace. God, that's funny. I do respect. Oh, I respect the hell out of them. Did they find him? I think I heard this person was found, but I could be mixing that up with some other information. I gotta say, by the way, I have no hate to furries. I do hate vore enjoyers, though. 100%. The critical distinction here, okay, is that uh, furries are responsible for like 50% of all Western drawn pornography, and a lot of it's pretty good. Even if you don't care about the furry stuff, a lot of it's just really well drawn, you know? Uh, Vore does not enjoy this privileged position in my heart, okay? All Vore is disgusting. It doesn't matter if it's well drawn. It's categorically disgusting. It's Vore. It's I'm dumb, what's Vore? God, you people. I love you. I hope you know that. Vore is the fetishization of the consumption or engulfing of another person. So regular vores, when you eat them and they digest in your stomach, and sometimes they like crawl up your butthole, and then unbirthing is when they crawl up your vagina, and then sometimes they crawl up your urethra. Look, there's a lot of variety. None of it is good. It's all really, really bad. Also, there's an in group distinction between soft vor, which is when you just sort of magically swallow a person whole, which is the most common one by far, and then hard vor, which is when you eat a person the way you would actually eat a person, which involves mutilation and breaking them apart and blood and what have you. But I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen any vor art that actually involves hard vor that was fetishized. So that's just cannibalism. Well, I mean, vor is cannibalism. It's just like, yeah, in a way, I almost feel like, the hard vor is less disgusting. Like, it's like Hannibal, right? I mean, it's like, oh, you're eating a person. It's like, oh, it's like a serial killer in like a movie, or like it's grotesque or something. Somehow there's something more grotesque about the soft vor, like X-ray shots where you see somebody being digested inside of a stomach. What was that Amy Klobuchar? Hold on. Amy Klobuchar vor. This one made me kill myself. I'm a ghost now. I can show this, right? I think I can show this. Vaush, please no. Some of you know what's coming. Here we go. Okay, we'll scroll through it slowly, and then we're going to move on. Okay? This is about to be a mass death event. Okay? She's got a diaper, too. We're going full hog on this one. See? We're just sort of, we're slurping, you see? And then we have the classic X-ray digestion shot, and then, you know, the process is complete. Now, anyone who gets off to that should be shot. In my opinion. But I'm correct in that opinion. You know, I would argue that confidently to a court. I would. Gotta unsub after that shit. Thanks, Vaush. Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Go for it. People into vore more into the eating. The people are being digested. I feel like I'm guessing it stems from some kind of like primordial submissiveness where they're so submissive they literally want to be like consumed by some voracious predatory. I genuinely don't understand at all, you know? But it's a different kind of not understanding. I don't understand like foot kink, but if you're into it, like, okay, I guess a foot's a part of a body. I mean, I don't know. I know people who have hand kinks. I don't have them, but like hands are cool. If you like saw a person with like really nice hands, I guess I could get you being like really into it, I guess. It's not my thing, but you know, whatever. I'm not like negative about it. I'm not negative about feet. I think feet are feet. I'm very negative about the idea of being digested, though. I have strong pre-existing negative feelings about that idea. Nothing about that appeals to me on any level, you know. Not even in some conceptual like like I don't like the idea of being hit either, you know, because being hit hurts if you've ever had it happen to you. But like in some kind of bizarre anime-esque fashion, if you meet like a hot tomboy GF who you like, who's like you're in the middle of like a bank heist, but then she comes to steal your bank heist and you fight her and she like roundhouse kicks you and you like yeah, I mean, I get it, okay? There's a broader narrative that I can understand and appeal to, okay? Now, I don't know why you're doing a bank heist, but like I said, anime-esque. The vore thing I just don't, on any level, get at all. It's beyond me, really. Yeah, the bank heist to your bank heist. Yeah. Everyone wanted Mikasa to murder them at some point. Isn't Mikasa like 16? What, Vermin? For not being into feet? Or vore? Jesus. GTA 3 literally starts with your GF shooting you during a robbery. I just think that everybody this is just kind of an assumption that I have, okay? I just think that everybody wants to live in a universe where we all recover from physical damage the way people do in shonen anime, so that you can have friends with whom you have dramatic fights, and like later that night you're chilling, you know? Because in real life, fighting is terribly inconvenient. You can, even a moderately strong person can punch you and break your nose, knock out teeth. You could be concussed. Even a single strike can have potentially lethal consequences depending on what's around. You can trip and hit your head on something, and that can be that, you know? But this doesn't happen in shonen anime. Okay, in shonen anime, you and your friend could have a principled disagreement on whether tits or ass are better. And you can battle over that. And like the battle can involve like you hopping through like merchant carts and like jumping on rooftops and stuff. And, you know, you can suplex him through a roof and so on. And then, you know, later, like at the end of it, you know, you hug and you make up and you're both kind of like shaky and wobbly, but there's no serious damage. And in a universe like that, I feel like fighting your hot tomboy GF would be a very common, almost omnipresent sexual interest. You know, like people would make fun of you for not. Like if you were with the lads and you were like, yeah, I got a new girlfriend, you know, she's really sweet. And you show a picture of her and they're like, dude, hot. Have you fought her yet? And you're like, no, she doesn't really like fighting. They're like, she doesn't like fighting. What is she, a bitch? What? You haven't fought? How do you know if you like her? And you're like, well, we like watching movies together, and she's really sweet, and we cook together sometimes. You haven't fought her? What do you? What? How do you know she's fit to raise your children? Fight her? What do you? Here's a gun. You just slide a gun across. You know, it's a better world, a better world. Uh, of course, the gun couldn't kill anyone. You know, we're talking shonen anime. All it would really do is sort of you would do gun kata, where you would sort of deflect the you know what I mean. You get it. A better world. Uh, what are your thoughts about Guro? Okay, wait. This is the last point that I'm gonna make. Okay, because this really pisses me off. Okay, the thing that bothers me about Guro in drawn pornography is that so often sites don't distinguish. Guro means gore, guys. Guro means gore. It's like the Japanese term or whatever. It means gore, like gore. Anyway, the critical distinction is that oftentimes these the sites that have the drawn pornography, they don't distinguish between gore that's sexualized and gore that's not sexualized, because there is a huge difference between those things. Okay, if there's like an action hentai comic where, you know, the comic opens with like giant titty amazons like beating off a group of like conquistadors, and like one of them gets stomped to death, and then later like one of them fucks or whatever, but like the stomping to death bit isn't sexualized, it's just the action bit before the sex. That's not guro to me at all. That's not guro. But it gets tagged as guro because that's not sexualized. It's just like I once saw like a 200 page, it was like a long anthology porn comic, you know, where at one it's like an action spy thriller. And at one point a person gets shot. It's a spy thing. It wasn't a sex thing at all. That wasn't a sex scene. One of them gets shot and they die, you know. Uh and it has nothing to do with like the sex scenes, but that's tagged as guro, which means that it's in the same category as like porn where people are like fucking corpses. Like it's so incredibly like such obvious distinctions between the categories here. Let's move on, please. Oh, you what? The politics is fine. This is too much for you. Okay, fine. We'll move on. Hold on. I hear a noise. 1 second. Yeah.